I'm Adam.
I'm Dan.
And we are here to discuss and review Hereditary. Um,
On the one hand, this movie was a lot to digest. We both said that when we came out of it, and I know it's been getting great reviews from critics and fans and everything, and I can see it, and I'm not going to disagree the way we have with a lot of the other movies we've talked about like that. I'm not going to say that it's not worth it. The thing is, though, it's been getting great reviews as it's like a great horror movie and it's super scary. I might disagree with that. Because I didn't find it to be a terribly scary movie. What it was a disturbing movie. It was an upsetting movie.
It was. I told you this where it's I grew up watching horror movies since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So for me, it takes a lot to scare me, but it doesn't mean I don't appreciate good horror films where it's okay, this didn't necessarily scare me, but I could see it scaring other people, and I think it's really well done, and I can appreciate it for that. And that's kind of how I feel about this movie. Now, there weren't really parts that scare me, but I agree with him where it's this movie is just extremely eerie and disturbing on so many levels in so many different scenes. And in a way that to me was really impressive. And we've been burnt on horror movies lately. Like I said, I compare, just a couple months ago we saw A Quiet Place, and that got these fucking stellar reviews, 98% of Rotten Tomatoes and all this shit, and everyone talked about how great that was. And while we didn't think it was a bad movie, we didn't think it was a good movie, it was not 98% good.
No.
It wasn't this masterpiece that everyone made it out to be, to us at least. We didn't think it was nearly as good. And then, It Comes at Night last year, which the only reason we saw that was because we heard it was supposed to be really good, and we saw it, and it was just this. And the weird thing, again, that's another movie that had a lot of potential, but it just, unfortunately, the ending sucks, and it just wasn't good. This movie, I could see people having the same problem with it, where everything about it is really good until the ending, because I could see some people not liking this ending. In fact, we have a friend that I know of who saw this movie, he hated the ending, and he said the movie didn't make any sense. And for that, I'm going to say that's not necessarily true. The movie does make sense. You just have to pay attention.
Yeah. And the thing is, you have to pay attention during the parts that maybe aren't the scary or creepy ones, is part of the problem.
Some scenes that some stuff doesn't even seem important at first glance is the type of stuff you need to pay attention to.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil it, because I do think you should probably see this movie. And if you're going to see it in the theaters, because it benefits from, the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But I do think you should see it, so I don't want to spoil it. But there is one particular part in this movie that just left this, weight on my chest. When that part of the movie comes up, it's it's not that you don't see it coming, it's just, you don't understand why the movie would go that way. But then it happens, and it's well, I got to deal with that now. And it's just, it's not even an emotional, I'm gonna cry thing. It's just oh, I just saw that on a movie screen. That's good. It's a movie that stuck with me. It was more just something that on a, I guess, emotional level, it just sort of affected me. But the creepy parts of this movie are masterfully done, because the creepiest parts are the quiet ones. There's a couple of jump scares which are mostly earned. I mean, I'm affected by jump scares, so I'm a bad judge, but mostly they're earned.
I like this movie a lot because it's very similar to Mother, and I don't mean in tone-wise or the story-wise, it's not, but it's similar to what I liked about Mother last year, which is as soon as you think you know where the movie's going, it fucking takes a sharp right turn and goes into a completely different direction that you, as the audience, did not see coming, because, like you said, they present the movie in a way, and the plot in a way, where you think you know where it's going to go, and you kind of sit there going I've seen this. I know where we're headed.
Exactly.
And then the fucking car just fucking drives off the fucking road and fucking cross a field, and you're just we went there. And it's a slow burn.
Oh yeah. That's one of the things. It is a real slow movie.
Yeah.
But there's a couple parts that may be dragged, but for the most part, it's a good slow.
I was going to say, it's the only complaint I have about the movie is that it's slow. Because I will admit, while I do appreciate a slow burn, there are parts in this movie where it's it really drags in certain parts. But big fucking positive for this film is fucking Toni Collette's performance.
Yes.
Her performance is... I'm not going to sit there and say I'm a big fan of hers where I've seen everything she's in. I've seen quite a few movies she's been in.
Mm-hmm.
This is obviously this to me is the best thing I've seen her done. And her performance is award worthy, in my opinion.
Oh, I would definitely agree.
Unfortunately, the movie came out, in June, so when it comes to award season, I doubt everyone's going to remember this.
Yeah.
But it really is. And everyone else in the movie does a fantastic job, too. I don't know the actor who plays her son, but man, he gives it his fucking all.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
And I don't know the actress who plays her daughter, but she's really fucking good at it. She's really fucking creepy when she needs to be. And not even creepy in like just the stereotypical like
little kid
way. Little kid like horror movie creepy.
Yeah.
Just awkward creepy, where it's like you sit there and you look at her and you think to yourself like, I know there's a normal kid underneath there somewhere.
Right.
It's just obviously she doesn't
like someone needs to take her to a therapist and get some medicine in
like
that.
She's obviously got some stuff wrong with her and she needs help. Like that's what you look at.
Yeah.
Her husband, Toni Collette's husband is played by Gabriel Byrne.
Yeah.
And now, I've seen him give great performances in the past. This is not necessarily one of them in a way where it's like, it's not that he gives a bad performance, it's just, once again, he doesn't have a lot to do with the movie.
It's not necessarily one of his best, but it's clearly like what he's given, he's trying to work with. And so I give him points for that.
Yeah. It was just...
Because, like, he was believable is the thing. It's just that he didn't have as much to do as maybe you would have liked.
Yeah, like, that was one of my disappointments coming out of the movie was, like, because I like Gabriel Byrne.
Mm-hmm.
I like him a lot. I think he's a really good actor when you give him good shit to work with.
Yeah.
And, like, I was kind of disappointed because when the movie was over, I realized, like, wow, he really had nothing to do with this story. He's more just kind of the innocent bystander in it.
He was kind of there and then wasn't anymore.
The other great thing about this movie is it's a fucking roller coaster ride at, like, the last 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Because this movie has a fucking climax that is just fucking... outstandingly bizarre, weird, eerie, creepy, and at times scary.
Yeah, and like the thing is like whether it's scary or not, it's still nail biting. Like I wasn't like I was almost literally edge of my seat, like leaning forward, like what's gonna happen?
Oh, I was, and I was reclined.
Yeah, because like bringing the whole movie into focus, I didn't know where that climax was going.
No, neither did I.
Like there were so many ways it could have gone and didn't, and then so many ways it maybe even should have gone but didn't.
Yeah.
And like, it's like, okay, like I thought for sure this was going to happen. It didn't. I got nothing now. I got nothing to go on anymore. Like, and then like, and again, like if you were paying attention, the way it ends makes enough sense.
Yeah.
It's not unsatisfying, but man, you're going to spend that entire time just like, I don't understand. I don't know.
This is the best way I'll describe our reaction to the movie.
Yeah.
We didn't say a fucking word to each other until after we left the theater, went to the bathrooms, refilled our drinks. Really, we're distant from each other. We're even walking next to each other. We both walked out of the theater, and then we finally turned at each other, and then we finally said something, which was me. Which all I said was, "What?"
Yeah.
Now, not a bad what. Like,
no.
It came out of nowhere.
Just one of those...
I didn't think they were going to
just witness.
Yeah, like just the idea of like I didn't think they were going to go there, but they fucking did. Because I swear to God, like right before that climax happens, I had a fucking ending in my head that I thought I was smarter than the movie. Thinking to myself, this is where they're going. I see what they're doing, and they fucking didn't. They went into a completely different direction, but it is a great direction, and it was. I loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
So I mean, it was like there's parts of it that are heavy. Like, whether you consider emotional or whatever, like, there's parts of it that I still, like, I think back on, like, I don't know, man, it's going to take a lot for a movie to top that.
Yeah.
Just again, in the sense that it affected me. Like, I don't go into a lot of movies, and leave, like, like, boy, that was something I experienced I'll never experience again. I don't know, this one got me, just in terms of, like, how ballsy they were. And, like, and again, in like, how unexpected they were in places I didn't think they'd go. Because I've seen plenty of movies in my life, and this one I couldn't place a thing, and so like I'll give it a lot of points for that. The acting was very good. Toni Collette, I hope she gets nominated. If not the Oscars, at least SAG or something. Yeah, like give her some sort of recognition for God's sake. But again, everyone was good. The writing was good. The atmosphere was incredible. The slow, quiet, creepy parts were exactly the sort of thing that do get to me and scare me and make me disturbed. And, like, that, you know, that alone, it's like, you got in my head movie, you win. So I'm going to give this one an 8.
Okay. I absolutely love this film. I love Toni Collette's performance. It's the sole reason I would say to go see this movie, other than the fact that it works as a horror film.
Right.
I would say it's a horror film that has an award-worthy performance in it, and that's, you know, kind of hard to come by these days.
Yeah.
The fucking atmosphere was fantastic. The creepiness, the eeriness, cinematography, which we didn't get into, was also really fucking good in this movie, and so was the editing. I thought the editing was really good. It's very well written, and the fucking ending is an ending you will not forget.
Yeah.
The whole movie, a lot of the good parts
again,
of the
whether
movie
you like it or not, you're gonna remember this ending.
I really struggled on what I wanted to give this movie, and I'm glad we waited a week till after we saw it so we could, like we said, digest it.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot to digest with this movie, and I had to kind of sit there and think what I wanted to give it. And in the end, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I think that's fair, and I think that's right. Because I almost wanted to give it a 9. Because I liked it almost as much as I liked Mother. And I gave Mother a 9 last year. But the difference between this and Mother is that Mother was a really fast-paced fucking insanity. Whereas this movie, at times, is very slow.
There's just those couple of times when it drags too much.
And that's where the movie kind of gets me. It's just, you know, I think if you would have cut out like 10 minutes of some of the stuff and it would have flowed a lot better, I could have easily gave this a 9. But no, I'm going to give it an 8 because I also had to also question, like, do I really like it much? Like, do I really like it that much more than Infinity War? Do I really like that much more than, you know, certain other movies that gave an 8 to this year? Like, no, I can't say I do. So I'm going to stick with an 8.
Yeah.
So that's going to do it for this review. So to recap, we both give Hereditary an 8 out of 10. Definitely say go check it out while it's still in theaters. It's definitely worth your fucking money if you love fucking horror movies. If you love weirdo, fucking crazy, artsy type of films, you'll like this movie as well. It's got a little bit of everything for everybody. Just might not like the ending.
Right.
So that's going to do it. So please thumbs up the video if you like it. Please subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see more reviews. And please leave a comment and let us know what you thought of Hereditary if you were bold enough to go see it. Okay, so that's it for this review.
Yeah,
we will be back with Incredibles 2.